What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, well, yesterday was a crazy, phenomenal day in terms of the Riftwatchers presale and then the following sellout of the Tranche 1 node licenses. It was just massive. It was insane. But lost in that, and actually not really lost in that, but part of that was that it wasn't a perfect day. And the team has recognized that as there were a lot of issues with the Riftwatchers presale. So they have created a proposal, and for those who may have missed it or didn't care about Riftwatchers, I think even if you are not directly involved with what happened with Riftwatchers, there will be a proposal coming, and I think it's worth understanding what happened as well as what the team is trying to propose, as well as what they're trying to do for the future, so that we as a community can vote on it, because there will be a proposal for that. So I don't want to get too far into it. There's a lot of patting on the back here that the team does, which is deserved, right? Because yesterday was phenomenal in terms of the amount of money that the community spent. So the value that the team has provided is crazy. I think it was like $5 million or $5.5 million worth of assets purchased, which $0 went to the team. It was all either burned with the node sales, or the rest of it went to the DAO with the nodes and Riftwatcher packs. So very, very, very awesome day. But let's get into what actually happened. So the first major problem is that there was a technical glitch, but a UX mistake. It was not a technical glitch, but a UX mistake. So when you were putting in your packs to purchase, it didn't default you to the automatic, whatever it is for your bonus packs. So many people that were in a rush to purchase just put in, like, for example, if I was buying 500 packs, which I did, I could have just put in 500 packs without realizing that I also needed to put in the 75 bonus packs with the vouchers. And so what they're trying to say is that in that moment, they failed to include vouchers from what they had attended. The second problem is that the website went immediately into the general sale rather than cutting off at the end of the presale. So a lot of people didn't know if they made it in or not, and they had to go back and look at the transactions on the blockchain, and the final block was posted and people were going through. I'm not even technical enough to know this. Somebody checked for me and said that I was able to make it in. So there was a lot of confusion shortly following the sale in all that hype too. So confusion and hype was just crazy. And then the third problem is that the mad rush excluded some of our community members. Those that aren't able-bodied couldn't all participate, even if they were on time and made a good, honest effort. So some internet speeds vary, and those with poor internet can be completely excluded. So, keep in mind, this is still US based very much, but there are people all around the world, and stuff doesn't happen at the speed of light, and even if it does, it takes some time, right? So I can fully understand and empathize with people who were there at the right time, but internet, whatever part of the world they are, they're trying to support the game, they're trying to be active players and investors, and it just didn't work out. So those are the three main things. Now, let's see. So these problems don't exist in a vacuum. Now, here's the important thing with this, is that Splinterlands, the company, wasn't really selling these products because they're not making any company revenue from this. So this is actually a sale on behalf of the SPS DAO. And so due to that, you can't take tokens out of the DAO, and the voucher tokens that were burned cannot be unburned. This cannot be undone, because at least a piece of this game has become somewhat decentralized already, and therefore the SPS stakeholders need to be the ones making a decision rather than the team doing something arbitrarily. So it was easier to do. They're saying it was easier to do when it's the company selling it, and had this been a core edition like Chaos Legion or the upcoming Rebellion, that's considered company revenue, so they can go in and try to make it right for anybody that feels wronged. But this is something on behalf of the DAO, and so this is where things get a little tricky. So let's go in and check out the three main proposals that they wanted to do. So let's see, a few challenges. So UX, website went immediate in general. So, okay, so they're recapping that. Because of these issues, Splinterlands is proposing the following. So anyone that purchased packs during the presale but used less than the full amount of vouchers to be able to purchase the full amount of presale eligible packs, because they didn't put the vouchers in, they are going to be awarded that. And so they'll be able to put their vouchers in on the back end and essentially claim their bonus packs. So they're saying that this will be an increase in terms of what the presale will be by an estimated 2 to 3%. Secondly, anyone requesting refunds will be refunded by the exact amount they purchased in both SPS and vouchers by Splinterlands, the company, as opposed to the DAO. So they're circumventing the fact that you can't, or they're solving the solution if you can't pull that stuff out of the DAO. Splinterlands will then be considered the purchasers of those packs and will receive the pre-sale bonuses. All right, so Splinterlands, the company, is going to be the one that will be the purchasers of the packs, and they will receive the bonuses. But like any other account, they're planning to use it for the purchase packs and awarded cards as promotional giveaways. And I think the team and what Ag's been doing with Splinterlands TV, they've been very generous with trying to get more assets out as for giveaways with their streamers and as a marketing tool. And then number 3, we would like to increase the number of packs eligible for pre-sale rewards to allow anyone that purchased within the first 3 minutes. Now, keep in mind, I think it was like a minute 48 or a minute 49. So the first 3 minutes or 60 blocks. This would be a 10%, roughly 10% increase to the total pre-sale packs, so about 550,000, and resolve 60% of transactions and 81% of financial considerations of the pre-sale refund requests. It would also give more time to people who physically can't complete the sale in less time. So they're saying by allowing the changes to the pack purchasing, the community would experience a 10% increase in the print rate of the pre-sale promotional assets, which is the Osure promo card. The majority of purchasers would be able to receive the packs they intended to purchase and who acted in good faith to do so, and then no tokens would be removed from the DAO or be added to circulation to cover the gap. So by allowing this, the people on the cusp, so the first 3 are for people who already purchased it. So these are the concessions for people who got their packs that they would need to make, right? For the people on the cusp who are right on the outside looking in, what this does is it's a better user experience, making it more likely that they stay in the community and participate in future sales. They are able to purchase the number of packs that they intend to purchase, but were unable to purchase because of some of the confusion. By allowing these changes, those that didn't make it in would experience actually missing out, which is a necessary component of fear of missing out. The ability to get a full refund if they purchased but missed the mark, right? So people who missed out but don't want to continue get that full refund. Again, that will go to the team, but nothing comes out of the DAO. And then by allowing these changes, the development team will experience building a positive experience for frustrated players. It's a minimal amount of work necessary for the devs, which I actually highly value. I think the devs' time is very important. And while this is definitely an important issue, I would love if there's a resolution that doesn't require a lot of taking the devs away from what their usual tasks are, which hopefully is when land. A retrospective and adjustments to improve the player experience in future sales. So by also allowing these, finally, the Splinterlands company is going to get a change of tokens we hold from SPS to Riftwatcher. So essentially, they're trading a lot of what they have in their treasury when it comes to SPS and I suppose vouchers to Riftwatcher's packs, but they will not lose money in that experience because essentially they're creating a sale on behalf of the DAO. They're hoping that this will be, goodwill to the successful pack purchasers for trying to protect the scarcity that they have. This will be goodwill for the people who are on the cusp that even though they technically missed it, will be able to get what they want. Goodwill for those who completely missed it and don't want to be, don't want it anymore and therefore want their refunds, can get them. And then hopefully goodwill from the stakeholders because we're walking the walk of using governance to determine outcomes. And so finally, they're talking about for future sales, we're figuring out ways to ensure everyone in the community will get pre-sale rewards, provided they make the purchase within 3 minutes of it going live. So another 60 blocks. That's an interesting one. Again, they're saying that this isn't going to be available for all of them. They give the example of the Rooney whitelist, which does have a hard cap. But it is interesting that they're trying to set a precedent here for the future just because these pre-sales are so freaking hot. So overall, they're asking everybody to review the post. While it wasn't a perfect day, there is a lot to be excited about. And then they go into validators and Yasek and all that, yada, yada, yada. Blessings of peace, prosperity, and freedom from Matt and Agro. So that is the proposal. This is the blog on Peak D. They're asking that people come in and leave comments and provide some feedback. And so therefore they haven't put the proposal out yet, but they want to get some feedback from the community before they do so that they can make any tweaks to the proposal. So there's a lot of comments here already. I have not taken the time to do that yet, but I think it's important, not that you go read all the comments, but I think it's important that you go in and let your voice be heard because this is the opportunity to do so. Now, to wrap it all up and to give my opinion, as it stands, I'm okay with this. and I will vote for it, or at least at this point in time, I am planning to vote for it. Now, I was able to get my packs, right? So I'm one of those people who stands to lose something, because what I was able to buy is now no longer will be as scarce, right? The number of Oshures is probably going to increase by roughly 10%, which is about 1,000 in circulation. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm some altruistic, all good, whatever. I'm just saying that I think for the health of the game, for the to avoid the fracturing of the community, I think that this is really important. And I have to be honest with you guys, this is awesome. Like, understand, if we can just take a step back, or a step, just a level up from and bird's eye view of what's actually happening right now. This is how games will become decentralized in many ways, right? The team could have made these decisions arbitrarily, and all other games, especially Web 2 games, are all going to make these decisions on their own, and people in the community won't or will be happy with it. And the truth is, no matter what happens here, I'm sure there are people not everybody's going to agree 100%, but ultimately this is, it's coming down to, if you have SPS and you're staking SPS, you have a voice with this. And even before that vote is made, you can go in and voice your opinion now, and hopefully the team will take it into consideration. But I just appreciate the fact that we can come together as a community like this, have hopefully a constructive discourse to get everybody on the same page, or at least almost everybody on the same page, and do something that will be inclusive and solution oriented for everyone that has some kind of gripe in the situation. So for me, I think that this is a great way to approach it. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but obviously the team isn't saying that it's perfect either, because they're putting it out to folks to proofread and see if there's any other suggestions they can make. But if these are the proposals, these three main things here, where they're going to increase the number of packs, they're going to do the essentially 3 minutes, right? And then anyone requesting refunds, that'll be purchased purchased by the company on behalf of the DAO, and therefore, this will essentially be using company funds. And then increasing the number of packs for pre-sale to, this is the 3 minutes here. The first part was increasing the number of Oshures out there, I believe. Yeah. So ultimately, I think that this is a great thing. I think that, again, I do plan on voting for it in this form. I will be curious to see over the next 48 hours if there are any changes or tweaks, and if there's something that changes my mind, I'll potentially record another video covering that, but I'm hoping that I can avoid doing that, and that this will be something that the community comes together on and reaches a good consensus on. But I would love to hear your thoughts. I, as everybody does, I live in my own bubble here, right? So I was able to get the packs that I wanted. Now, granted, I was streaming yesterday and spoke with a lot of folks who either missed it by a little or barely made it in. So I'm trying to get a good feel for where you guys are, the community here, specifically on YouTube, not the general community, but I'm just trying to get an idea of where you guys are, how the sale went for you, what your issues are, and if what they put out here, right? Not just for the Riftwatchers pre-sale, but for future pre-sales and all this, future plans that they have. How are you feeling about that? Is this something that you are finding positive? For me, like I said, I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I know people probably think that I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid, but in viewing these things and reading these things to you guys, I love the direction of it, and I think it's very considerate. Again, there's not going to be a perfect solution, but I do. This is why I love the game and I love the team, right? Because I do believe that they are trying to create the best. They're trying to get everything as good as it can be in an imperfect world, right? Like, you can't make everybody happy, but if you can have everyone just make small concessions here and there, we can find, concessions or compromises here and there. As a community, especially now with the DAO voting, we will hopefully be able to find something that a majority of the community will be able to come together on, and not be exclusive of anybody in that way. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, we got 48 hours. I will be going through those comments probably a little bit later. I want them to fill up, and then I'm going to go through and start reading them. But let me know your comments, or let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll catch you all in the next video, and I'll see you around the game. Take care.